friends, welcome to Heritage Ways. Let's make another old-fashioned pie today. And again, I'm going to use an ingredient that you probably had never thought to put in a pie. Welcome to Heritage Ways. I'm Miss Katie, and this is the channel, the brand, Heritage Ways, where we honor home, celebrate heritage, and spread hope. We do that in a number of ways. We do that physically as we travel and seek ways to serve and encourage folks, push back the darkness, give someone hope. But my favorite way, I must admit, is in the kitchen and sharing all things home, because home is where my heart is. Today we're going to make an old-fashioned recipe in a pie. We're going to make Amish Cottage Cheese Pie, or it's been called Amish Custard Cottage Cheese Pie, or just Cottage Cheese Pie. Either way, it's unusual, isn't it? You can use this as a breakfast. You could use it as a light luncheon or supper, maybe with a side salad, or maybe with a bowl of fruit. I'm sure there are lots of ways you could use this unique pie. Did you check out the other pie video I made recently using that unique ingredient, odd ingredient? You should check that one out because that was unusual as well. Well, I'm going to get started here, and I'm going to tell you, I have Amish friends. We do. My dad lives in Amish community, actually, and I love it so much. I love them. I love their lifestyle. I just appreciate their lifestyle. And we've been in their homes. We've helped them do some jobs that they had. We've fellowshipped. We've had ice cream home crank contest, cranked homemade ice cream contest. We've had meals. And we just appreciate their lifestyle so much. They are known for their home cooking. Now, I know a little bit about that because I know that some of them, just like the rest of us, like to take shortcuts and use prepackaged foods and convenience foods. We all like to do that if we can, I'm sure. But they also are known for their wonderful baked goods, and I just appreciate them and their community so much for the example of simplicity. Alright, well, they don't have electricity, but I do, and today I'm going to use this hand mixer. You can use a whisk, but I want to get these eggs as whipped and mixed as I can. I've got a cup of sugar, and then I've got 2 tablespoons of flour, all-purpose. I'm actually going to put the all-purpose flour in this sugar, and I'm going to try to kind of incorporate this together and make sure I don't have lumps of flour. You don't have to do this, but this is just, my sugar I use is an organic cane sugar, and it's a little bit coarse. Well, it is coarse compared to granulated white sugar. See, by doing this, I have 0 flour lumps, 0 sugar lumps. So there's my flour and my sugar. Oh, and I'm going to go ahead, let me put my pinch of salt in my sugar too. I use Himalayan real salt, Himalayan sea salt, Redmond real salt. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn my oven on 350. Actually, that's 350 in a conventional. This is a convection, so I type in 325 on mine because since mine's a convection. You've probably seen the other pie videos where I talk about the struggles with my RV oven. Okay, I'm going to whip these eggs up. Let me just bring you in and you can just see what I'm doing on a closer level. Okay, now I've got my cup of sugar and my 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I used unbleached. Yeah, that's right, unbleached. I used to grind my own in the farmhouse, but I don't do that in the RV. I will again, Lord willing. It calls for half a teaspoon of grated or of lemon zest. So that's organic lemon zester. or if you have a microplane. I'm not measuring this, by the way. I'm just doing it. Some fell in there, and there's some more. That's probably about half a teaspoon. Looks like it. Okay, it also calls for 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, but I am not going to measure it. I'm just going to put the juice of the whole lemon, because I figure that's about 2 tablespoons. I'll measure it for you just so you can see. Plus, I know Miss Christina was asking a while back. She was wondering if I knew, Miss Christina in Canada, our friend, she was wondering if I knew how much lemon juice was in a lemon. So we're going to find out how much is in this. I'd say this is small to medium lemon. It's not a large. Okay, there's that. You could save your lemon peels or rind, you know, all kinds of things you could do with them, but we'll talk about that another day. All right, let's measure. Here's a tablespoon. Okay, 1. It's kind of a scant. Okay, 2. And then this much was left over. So I'd say a scant 3 tablespoons is in a lemon. So I'll just put the 2 and I'll save that and add it to my drinking water. So there you go, Miss Christina. Maybe that helped you to get an idea. A couple tablespoons of lemon juice in a lemon. Okay, now it calls for 1/4 cup of heavy cream. This is a cream that I got from a dairy farmer in Texas. Typically I wouldn't pour it, I would draw it off the top, but that worked out just fine. You could probably also use evaporated milk. This is 2 cups of cottage cheese, and it's only been drained in 15 minutes or so, and it was thick already, so I did strain it, but I didn't get much, you know, of the liquid. There, just drop it in there, and we're going to mix it up. You pour it in an unbaked pie shell, 350 for 30 minutes. But I happen to have this pre-baked shell that I did for this video. Just making the videos kind of back to back. And I'm going to use it. So I'm going to let you know how this worked with the pre-baked shell. But all the recipes I've ever read say an unbaked shell, so you could use that too. Oh, let me show you. Somebody was asking. I have lots and lots of favorite Amish cookbooks, but this is one that my Mennonite friends in Tennessee recommended. My Amish friends actually live in Ohio that I was referring to, but these are my Mennonite friends recommended this book, and I like it. Amish Cooking and Pathway is written on the side. Somebody was asking me in another video how to get this. I ordered it, well, it says milestonebooks.com, so if that helps you. Pathway Publishing Corporation. Copyright 1977. But there are a lot of custard style pies in here, and this is one of them, but I've read a lot of different recipes about this. Okay, I'm just going to fold this or gently put all this in my pre-baked pie shell, and I hear my oven kicking on. This is a deep dish, but oh my stars, that's a lot. Okay, that's full. I get my pan and put it on. the oven. Got my handy dandy wire cake and pie tester. It came out clean. Cool completely, then put it in the refrigerator, and it's best the next day. So that's when Mr. Patient and the kids and I are going to try it. We're going to try it tomorrow for you. That some ladies like to sprinkle nutmeg. You can do this before you bake it. I'm actually going to just do it on half. And you probably should do it before you bake it. But I'm just doing this to show you that that's another option as a flavoring. So you got the lemon and the nutmeg. And some other ladies add a tablespoon of, or a teaspoon rather, of vanilla. So you could do that too if you wanted to. Alright, well, this is our Amish Cottage Cheese Pie. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll taste it for you after it has adequately cooled. Okay, friends, it's the next day, and my pie did kind of crack. I don't know why. Here, I can hold it up and show you. It's firm. It's very firm. I'm going to be honest with you. I cooked it a few minutes longer than it said to. Because I thought it was a little too wobbly. I think I cooked it 10 or 15 minutes longer than it said to. So that's probably, quite honestly, that's probably why it cracked. But I bet it's going to be good. So we're going to cut into it. I'm going to get a picture for you. And then Mr. Patient and I are going to sit here and try it. Now, I'm sure Little Miss Homemaker and John Boy would like this. And they're going to get a piece. But they're not involved in this video because all the kids are taking a nap. Woohoo! Did I hear angels sing just now? No. It's been, they're just tired. And we all just had a little rest. And Mr. Patient and I woke up. And we're going to try the pie. Before the kids do. So the question is, would you want to try the pie with the nutmeg or without the nutmeg? So let's cut some pie. We have cottage cheese pie. I got the one with nutmeg on top.
Okay.
Okay, one observation off the bat. For them, not for you, because you're not going to be making any pies. Although that one time you made,
I make fudge pie.
That one time you made fudge pie.
Because that's easy peasy, simple pleasy.
It is. That's right. One observation is that I did cook it longer than it said. Because I thought it was a little too wobbly. And I was wrong. I should not have done that because I can tell it dried it out a little bit.
Okay.
Second observation, it's not a smooth presentation. Right. So it's not smooth because you've got the, cottage cheese and it's bumpy.
But you can show.
Yeah.
Will it focus on?
I don't know if it will or not. It's focusing on us. So do it according to the recipe. Now let's taste it. I think it's going to be really good.
Different. It has kind of a lemony taste.
It's got lemon zest and fresh lemon juice. Alright, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I really, really like the flavor.
I do too.
And I would make this again many times. I would probably maybe even use it as a brunch or breakfast. It's got a lot of protein. It's almost not a dessert pie. It's almost a luncheon or a breakfast pie, but it could be a dessert pie. Okay? It's very, very good. The cottage cheese, I'm going to say two things. You can tell that it's cottage cheese because it's almost like it's bitey, chewy.
Yeah, it's
like every kernel, that's not the right word, but you can chew it. But here's what I want to say. I think that's because I baked it that extra time I shouldn't have.
Well, but the consistency of cottage cheese, even though it's lumpy, it's smooth. But I think by cooking it this way, it made it like individual little things, and they're harder.
No, that sounds bad. They're not harder to where it's not
harder.
They're chewier. They're
chewier than cottage cheese right out of the carton. Is what I'm saying. I mean,
it's just different, but I love the flavor too, and I will make this again.
Yeah, the flavor's really good.
Now, I told y'all this isn't a pre-baked crust, only because I was being lazy. That's what I had sitting out from the other day. So it's not in an unbaked crust, and it did fine. In fact, I like it just fine.
Yeah, I like the flavor, but then again, I like lemon pies and things, and lemon mousse, lemon, what's all that other stuff? Ice box.
All the lemon.
Ice box.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're admitting it's different, and we really, really like it. I do. It's not too sweet, is it?
And it's only different because of texture.
Most of us aren't used to having cottage cheese in our pie.
No, I'm used to having it with my tomatoes.
I know you are. You love cottage cheese.
Or my pineapple, or my peaches.
Right. Try the pie. Let me know what you think. You might get small curd. I don't know what curd. Was this, you bought it, was it large or? I'm going to say this is large.
It seems like large.
So you might get small curd cottage cheese. You can nod your head. We're going to tell you bye while we eat our pie. See y'all next time.
I like this because of the lemon taste. Me too.
So the chewiness of the curds, that doesn't really bother you? You would want me to make it again, yes or no?